Hi. In my last video, I talked about why we need to let go of this hustle mentality and the term hard work. And you can go back and watch that video, but I talked about how we can replace the term hard work with just showing up 100% fully every day in our lives. And today I'm going to talk about what that actually means. What does that mean to show up fully every day and every moment, and how do we actually get there in a practical way every day in everyday life? There's a better way to get things done, and it's kind of the new paradigm. So all it really takes is a shift in your thinking. And I talk a lot about shifting your thinking and getting out of this old way of thinking where worry and shoulds and everything takes over your mind. So flow, if we get into flow, this is a proven method, a proven way to actually be more productive and to live in more happiness and ease. So that's what I'm really all about. So I'm going to use an example to make it easy. I'm going to use an example of making dinner, because if you've listened to some of my talks, you've heard that I stopped making dinner about a year and a half ago. And so I'm going to use this example as we walk through this, and I'm going to give you some strategies. So the first way to get into this flow and to get out of this like hustle mentality is to take away the resistance. And in my last video, I talked about hard work and the struggle, the struggle mentality. All that really is resistance to what is in the moment, right? So we're usually in this reactive mode a lot of times, this fight or flight mode, or things we should be doing mode. So we should be doing this, we should be doing this, or we're reacting to what's happening. Oh, it's snowing today, I hate snow, I'm so angry about the snow, so I'm gonna react to that. So actually stepping out of that reaction mode and giving your mind a break. So letting go of the resistance and giving your mind space and time. So if you've ever noticed when you're reacting, you don't really have time to think about what you need or to welcome any new ideas, right? You're just in this reaction mode. You're going, and a lot of times we do that we live every day like that. So the first thing, which is probably the hardest thing for most of us, is actually stopping that mental chatter, right? And people call it, like Buddhists call it, monkey mind. And there are ways of doing this, but the best proven way is through meditation. But we can also do it by becoming conscious of those stories that we're telling ourselves, right? So and in meditation has been proven to actually stop that mental chatter, get us from that fight or flight mode, and it actually shrinks the part of the brain that is in that reactive mode, and it lets our brain communicate to the part that is making more logical, rational decisions. So meditation actually allows you to create space in that reaction time. So what we want to do is we want to start to create space where you can actually look at what is happening. So in the case of I need to make dinner, or I think I need to make dinner for my family, right? Or for me and my family. So I'm gonna stop because I'm having all these reactions. I'm feeling like I don't want to do it. I don't have time. I'm playing the story over in my head, right? So what I want to do is I want to recognize that. So that is the key thing that you need to do, and it's the hardest. So recognize the story that I'm telling myself, right? This is a story. I don't want to do it. I have to do it. This is what I have to do. And then my mind's going, what should I do? What should I do? Maybe I'll make something that I made before, so you're going a million miles a minute. So what we're going to stop, breathe, connect to our body, and really give myself time to let go of the feelings of I should and I need, all those thoughts, right? So if we can come into a little bit of a pause and a calm state, then that allows us to start the process. Another way you could do it is go for a walk. You know, a lot of times people get amazing ideas when they go for walks. Whatever you need to get yourself in that more calm state. Once we are more in the present moment, out of our monkey mind, we need to tune in to what we need to start to listen to ourselves. So we need to tune in to what we need. And for a lot of us, this is really hard for us, but it's an integral part of flow, of getting into that flow state. So really tuning in to ourselves, and it's hard to do because we are constantly listening to shoulds and to what we feel like we need to be doing, but really getting in touch with what do I need at this moment. So maybe you need to take a break. Maybe, you need to get a drink or get some tea. Maybe, you need to tune into your emotional state. And our emotions are one of the biggest things that keep us from this flow state, or keep us from doing anything really, or keep us in a pattern. So there's so many techniques of getting in touch with your emotions and creating this emotional intelligence. For me, I have gone through therapies that's been really helpful. And so I'm able to feel my feelings, recognize them, and just be with them and hold space for them. So becoming aware of your emotions, allowing them to be, and sitting with them and not judging them, that's pretty much it. There's a lot of different techniques that can get you deeper into integrating those emotions that you've been shoving down for a long time. So emotions that we've been shoving down can really keep us from this part of tuning into what we need or accessing our intuition. So maybe it's just sitting with my emotions. I do that a lot when I tune in. So an example for like this feeling or this idea of making dinner, having to make dinner. So I would listen to myself and say, okay, what do I need before I can start making dinner? Or do I actually need to make dinner? That's a huge one. Okay, so do I actually need to do this thing right now? Because a lot of us do things that we don't actually need to be doing because we feel like we should be doing them. So check yourself. This is just the paradigm shift, right? So taking a moment, looking at your brain and what it's doing, and then going, do I need to do this right now? Okay, so if it's like, yes, I have kids, I really do need to make dinner, then going, okay, what do I need to do before I can do this? Maybe it's meditating. Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's feeding myself. Maybe it's kind of going through recipes. And then letting go of the idea of what I think it should be. So even if I'm tuning in to myself and my needs, I could be still thinking, oh, well, this is what I should be doing. This is what they need. I can't, order takeout. They need to have this, this, and this, and this. But just check yourself. Is this really the way that I need to do this? Can I open my mind? So this leads into the next step. Can I open my mind to another way of thinking, or can I open my mind to more intuitive way of solving the problem? So this works for any problem. And so you just want to let go, listen to what you need, and let go of the ideas that it should be a certain way. So then the last step is really just letting the ideas flow to you. So once I can tune into myself, let go of all those ideas, then I just open myself and maybe you ask a question, right? So you want to have some kind of direction for flow to go. You want to have, I usually ask a question. So what do I feel like making right now? Or what would be easiest? What would be the most fun, right? So you want to concentrate on having fun. This is what flow is. It's having fun. It's feeling like you're in ease. It's effortless almost. So what would be the most effortless thing that I could make for my family? And just take a moment to kind of let it flow to you. And so ideas will start coming. Like I talked about in my last video, nature just naturally wants to create. And maybe today you can't do anything, but you're showing up and you're ordering takeout. But maybe like you're showing up and this idea comes to you, oh, well, what do I have in the fridge? I have carrots and potatoes, and wouldn't it be fun to like maybe experiment with, making some kind of dish that I've never made before, and that sounds fun to me. Whatever it is, you're showing up in the moment. You're getting rid of that resistance. You're listening to yourself and you're letting those ideas, you're opening up to the ideas to flow. And this is really how we get into this state of getting out of the hustle and into more ease. There's a good quote here by Simone Wright. She says, when we try to control, we limit our experience of joy. When we try to force an outcome, we obliterate our ability to create new solutions. And that's really true. When we're so focused on what we feel like we should be doing or the next logical step, or just really focused on the outcome, we lose sight of all the joy that can come in just experiencing flow. So I encourage you to try this out for yourself and let me know if you have any questions. And feel free to like this video or subscribe.